Yeah. Yesterday we were talking about string data type and list data type. Okay. Now today we are going to talk about tuples and dictionaries. So let us see one by one. This was the list operations. Now we have tuples and dictionary. Okay. So what is tuple? First, let us talk about tuple. What is tuple and whether it is a mutable or immutable data type. Kindly remember, in Python, with the whole and soul, that data type is of two types only. Okay, if you talk about the core data type, the core data types are two only, that is mutable and immutable. According to the mutability, according to the changeability. So, as yesterday I told, the list is a mutable data type, means the value of list you can change, but string is an immutable type, means the value of string, the values of positional string, that is the every letter of the string cannot be changed. You can change the values in the variables. In the variables you can directly change, but the letter of the strings cannot be changed. That's why string is an immutable type. In the same way here, tuple. Okay, tuples is such a data type which also is known as immutable type. Here you can see in the notes given, values of type list are mutable, that is changeable. One can change or add or delete a list element, but the values of type tuple are immutable. Immutable means you cannot change the values or the elements of tuple. See here, example is given. First let us see the definition and then example. Tuples. So you can think of tuples as those lists which cannot be changed, and these values are always written in parentheses. Parentheses means the bracket. Okay. So here you can see these are the lists which cannot be changed or not modifiable. Tuples are represented as a list of comma separated values of any data type within the parentheses. Okay, like here you can see P is equal to, in the parentheses, 1 2 3 4 5, the values are written, or Q equal to 2 4 6 8, or H equal to 7 8 9 ABC. Means any type of values you can have in the tuples, but remember that it will be called as tuple only when it is enclosed within the parentheses. Okay, you can see the example in Python. I'm opening the Python screen, then you can see very well. Okay, can you see the Python screen? Kindly reply me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in the Python screen now, suppose if I type two or three values in a tuple, like a is equal to, then write the parentheses, then type the values like 12, 20, Ajay. Okay, now press the enter key. Now if you write print command and print the value of a, then it will print as it is given in the same manner. Here you can see 12, 20, Ajay. It is printed in the form of parenthesis. It means you can say it is a tuple. And then also if you are not satisfied, then you can check the type by writing type command. So write the type command, type, then write the name of tuple, that is A, and check. As you press enter key, you'll see that Python will tell that it is a type of tuple. Here you can see class tuple. It means the values which are written, list of values which are written inside the parenthesis, they are called tuple. List of comma separated value. List of comma separated value written in the parenthesis, written under the parenthesis, is known as tuple. And it is not changeable. It is not modifiable, or you can say it is immutable. And this also, if you want to check for your satisfaction, you can check. Suppose there is a value 12, 20 as a. Now if you want to change 20, so kindly tell me the position. 20 is at what location, what position? It is at one number. It is the 0 number, and this is the 1 number, this is the 2 number. So if you want to change A of 1 equal to, write something else. Now if you change, it will not be changed. Okay, see here, the error is produced. Means simply you can say that tuple is an immutable data type. The value of tuple, the elements of tuple cannot be changed. Look here, type error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. Okay. But if you want to access the value of tuple, to access the value, to print the value according to the sequence or according to the position, you can print, but changing is not possible. Look here, I am printing here, print A of 2. I want to print Ajay from this tuple, so I can print very easily. I can write the position number of the value or element, then it will print simply. So if you close the parenthesis and press enter key, now you see the result as Ajay. Look here, you can see Ajay is printed. It means that you can access the value or you can print the value according to the sequence, according to the position of the elements given in the tuple. But you cannot change. The elements of tuple cannot be changed. I hope you all have understood tuple. Have you all understood the data type tuple?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we have the next data type, that is dictionary. Okay. Dictionary, you can say, you can compare as the dictionary of alphabetical words, but actually it is a little bit different. Okay. Because in a dictionary, we find the meaning of different words arranged in the sequential order. In the same way, here we find the value according to the given key. Here keys and values are defined. Okay. And for that particular key, what value is there, that only is called dictionary. Here key stores the value. Like in list and tuple, we have the value according to the sequence, according to the position. 0 position, 1 position, 2nd position, 3rd position. But in dictionary, we have the value according to the keys. Means in dictionary, we will define the key first, then of that key, we will define the value. Okay, so that's why it is called key value pair. Key value pair. So kindly see what is dictionary data type in Python. Dictionary data type is another feature in Python's hat. The dictionary is an unordered, comma separated key value pairs. Remember it. Dictionary is an unordered. Unordered means its values or data can be in any order. It is not compulsory that what you have given, the same thing will be printed in the same order. No, same thing will be printed, but in different order. That's why here it is given that it is an unordered set of comma separated value key value pair, comma separated key value pairs within the curly braces. Remember this, curly braces. Dictionary is always written in curly braces, as here you can see. And there is a requirement also, with the requirement that within a dictionary the two keys can be, sorry, the rule of dictionary is that if two keys are there, so they cannot be same. The two keys cannot be same. That is the requirement or rule of the dictionary. So in a simple way, you can say dictionary is an unordered comma separated key value pairs enclosed in curly braces with the requirement that no two value can be same. No two keys or value can be same. Sorry, value can be same, but keys cannot be same. Remember, values can be same. Like here we can have, you can see here, the vowels are given A, E, I, O, U, and according to the vowels, the values are given. Like A is at 1, E 2, I for 3, O for 4, and U for 5. Okay. Now let us see this in Python. So in Python, if we create dictionary like dict1 equal to, now all of you just know I had told that dictionary is written in curly braces. So we write curly braces, then we define the key, first key. So suppose key is year 2018. Okay, this is the first key, year 2018. Okay, now it's a value. Suppose the value is, let us take the month, one month from each year, January. So our in this dictionary, the first key is year 2018, and the value of this key is Jan or January. Then let us take, write comma, then write the second key. Suppose the second key is year 2019. And always remember, keys are written in single quotation mark. Whenever we write the keys, either we write in single quotation mark or in double quotation mark. Values you can write, if number are there, then you can write directly without single quotation mark. But if strings are there or characters are there, then you have to write the string or character in double quotation mark or in single quotation mark. Remember this, keep in mind. So we have the next key. Next key is year 2019. Then put colon sign. Key value pair is always written with colon sign. Colon sign, then the value for this. Suppose this is having the value as March. Then again comma. Then the third key. Suppose the third key is year 2020. Okay. Then again colon sign. Then again the value of third key. The value is suppose July. Okay. Let us have only 3 values. You can have many more values, but let us just create 3 values. A dictionary of 3 values, 3 key values. So now in this dictionary, if you say what is the value for the key year 2018, so it is January. What is the value for the key year 2019? It is March. What is the value for the year 2020? It is July. So there are 3 keys with 3 values. Okay. Now press the enter key. Finally close the curly brace and press enter key. Your dictionary is created. Now if you want to print the dictionary, you can write print command, print, then write there dict1, dict1, dict1. Press the enter key, you will see it will print the dictionary. See, you can see year 2018 January, year 2019 March, year 2020 July. Okay. Now if you want to access a single value, if you want to print a single key value of dictionary, then what can we do? So what we can do, we can write the key, the dictionary name with the key. So it will print the value of that key. Let us write, for example, dict1 of, now what key you want to provide? Suppose I want to get the value of year 2020. So I will write here dict1 of year 2020. Year 2020. Okay, close. Now as soon as you press the enter key, you will find the value July. Close the single quotation mark, then close the square bracket and press the enter key. See here, what we have got? July. It means we can access or we can print the values of dictionaries by providing the dictionary name with the key. If you write the dictionary name with the key, you can find or you can print the value of particular key. You can access 2 keys also. Okay. Now further.
One question.
Yes.
Sir, how can we check the type of any single dictionary value?
Type of
Any single dictionary value, like here you are put in January, March, July, then how can we get the type of it?
I am not getting. How can you check the type?
Yes, sir. Means it is integer or string, then how can we?
It is not integer or string. It is a dictionary type. You are studying dictionary data type. Remember this. You cannot say it is an integer or a string. It is a different type of data in Python. Okay.
Sir, if we put means write the command type dictionary 1 and any key like year 2018, then what it will be? So
Yeah, that for single value you can check. For the single value you can check. But if you talk about the whole dictionary, so whole dictionary is a different type.
yeah, for only single value I was saying.
Yeah, so you can check for single value. You can write here type. Okay. Then write the dictionary name dict1 of the key. Write the key. Suppose our key is year 2018. Okay. Year 2018. For single values you can check. But if you talk about the whole dictionary, whole part, whole element, then you can say it is a different type. That is dictionary type. Now you press close the parenthesis and press enter key. So you can see here it is giving that it is of str type. Str type means string type. Okay. For single values you can, like here we have January. So January is written in single quotation mark. It means you can say it is a string type. Here March is there. So March is a string type written in single quotation mark. In the same way July is there written in single quotation mark. So July is also a string type. Single values you can, but for if you check the entire dictionary, like here if you type the function type of dict1, now if you press enter key, then you will find that this is of dictionary type. Have you found? What is written? Dict. Dict stands for dictionary. Is it clear? Yeah. Let us change. Okay. Let us make another dictionary with some different value. Let us make dict 2. Dict 2 equal to, let us write here A as 10. Okay, now this time I'm providing the integer values. B as 20. C as 30. Now you can see the keys we have given, that is A, B, C. And the values we have given, that is 10 for A, 20 for B, and 30 for C. Now, if you want to check the type of these values, so these are of integer type. But if you talk about the entire set of the values, this is of dictionary type, because dictionary has the feature that dictionary is a key value pair within the curly braces. Key value pair within the curly braces. So now if you check, let us check this also. Now if you check type of dict2 of any value you can take, any key if you define, it will provide the type. So of, suppose C, the value of C. Now if you close the parenthesis and press enter key, then you will see it will tell that it is of integer type. Okay, see here 30, it is taken 30 because at location of C, for the key C, it is 30 and 30 is of integer type. Is it clear? Any query, any question?
No, sir.
Yes. Now one more thing, that we can have two functions. There are two functions with the dictionary for checking its value and its keys, and that is you can write dictionary name dot keys. If you write dictionary dot keys, then it will provide all the keys of dictionary. And if you write dictionary dot values, then it will provide all the values of dictionary. Two functions are there. So let us first use the first function. So what is our dictionary name? Any dictionary you can take. We have created two dictionary, dict1 and dict2. So let us take first dict1. So what we can write, dict1 dot first function keys dot keys. Okay. So if you press enter key, now it will display only the keys, all the keys of dictionary 1. Sorry, parenthesis is not given. Dict1 dot keys. Let me check. Yes. Now here you can see, if you write dict1 dot keys function with the parenthesis, then you find all the keys of first dictionary, dictionary 1. See here it is written all the keys, year 2018, year 2019, and year 2020. In the same way, there is a function values. If you want to find out all the values of dictionary, so you can write values function. For that, we can have here dict1 dot values. Dict1 dot values. Close the parenthesis and press enter key. Now you'll find all the values of dict1. See, what were the values? January, March, and July. Okay. So values function provides all the values of dictionary, and keys function provides all the keys of the dictionary. Okay, now if you want to perform operation on these, like if you take the values, let us take the values of dict2. So if we have dict2 dot values. Okay, let us take this value in a variable. Variable is ABC. Okay. Actually, it is a programming, and in the programming, as much logic you apply, that much operations can be performed. So we can have different functions, different logics, different programs. As much you apply, it depends on your mind. As much you apply, that much you can practice. So let us take the values of dict2 in ABC, in the variable ABC. Press the enter key. Now it has gone. All the values of dict2 has been stored in ABC. Now if you print ABC, write print ABC, then you'll find all the values of dict1. Click, you can see here. The values are 10, 20 and 30. Okay. Now if you check the type of ABC, let us check the type. Now what you get? Something different. This is not given in your syllabus, but it is something different according to the logic, according to the program. As much you want, you can do. Yes, any question? Who is speaking? Anybody? Okay. So what I was going to do, checking the type of ABC. If you check the type of ABC, press enter key. See here, it is showing a different type. That is a dict value, means dictionary values. But if you check one by one, if you check a type of ABC of first value, that is 0 location, 0 position. Now press enter key. Sorry, there is error. Dict values object is not subscriptable. That means the dict value dictionaries values cannot be assigned to other variable for checking any operation. You can store for printing and displaying, but the operation is not possible. So like this, we can apply different methods to different objects, to different lists. Okay. Now let us combine the list. Let us make two lists. Let us make list 1, lst1 equal to values 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. Then let us make list 2, lst2 equal to 2, 4, 6, 8. Now there is operation. What operation is there? Like if you add two lists, what will happen if you add two lists? What do you think? That the values will be added? 10 plus 2 will become 12. 15 plus 4 will become 19. 20 plus 6 will become 26. Kindly reply. What do you think? No reply. Okay. So actually, if you perform operation on list,
Once again repeat.
yeah, if you perform any operation on the list, so list just copies it. Okay. Like if I write lst1 plus lst2, so what will happen? The numbers will not be added, but what will happen? They will be joined. They will be joined. One list will be joined with second list. Look here. The value is not added. It means you can say on list the operation, mathematical operation is not possible. It is possible, but with the single values. If you take the entire list, then the mathematical operation is not possible. It will just mingle. Mingle means it will mix one after another. So as you can see here, it has not added any value, but the second list has come just after the first list. Means two lists have been joined. In the same way, if you multiply, suppose you want to multiply LST1 into 2. If you multiply 2 in LST1, so don't think that 2 will be multiplied in each value. No, there will be no multiplication in each value. But what will happen? The same values will be replicated, will be repeated again and again. So 2 if you have written, then it will be repeated 2 times. If you write 3, then it will be repeated 3 times. Okay. So let us see LST1 into 2, press enter key, then you see that it will be repeated. Look here, the values are repeated. 10, 15, 20, 25, then again 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. No mathematical operation is performed. Replication has taken place, or you can say repetition has been done. Okay, now suppose if we want to print something decorative, print star, print star on the screen. So what will happen? Star will be printed. One star is printed. But suppose you want to print many stars together. Suppose 20 stars, 50 stars, or 100 stars. Then what will you do? For decoration purpose, if you want to print, so what will you do? You will write that many stars here.
Multiply it with that number.
Again and again we have to write there. So this we can do, that also we can do, that we can write that many times the star sign. But that is very ridiculous, that is very time taking. So in place of that, what we can do, we can write multiply symbol and as many times we want. Like if I write print hash sign, then I write into. How many times you want to print hash sign? 10 times, 100 times, 20 times. So if you write 20 times, then hash sign will be replicated 20 times. Again and again hash sign will be printed. Look here, it is repeated. Okay, in the same way, if you want to print star sign, print star or add sign into 100, then you see add sign 100 times. Look here, add sign 100 times. The same way, if you want to print a dot dot, equal
सर
sign,
अटेंडेंस ले लीजिए, नेट स्लो है, रीजॉइन नहीं हो पाएंगे.
equal sign into 100. Now you see equal sign 100 times. See, again print sign, print with star sign.
I'll take the attendance.
Then you see star sign will be printed.
सर नेट स्लो है, वापस रीजॉइन नहीं हो पाएंगे, अटेंडेंस ले लीजिए.
Who is talking there? Kindly stop.
We are saying that please take the attendance. My data is going to over.
Okay, okay.
सर रीजॉइन नहीं हो पाएंगे, नेट बहुत स्लो है.
Today's class is over, na? Now kindly attendance. See the attendance.